Number two, for me, what I've learned is self-confidence, okay? And it's not like the self-confidence that you think of where, you lose the weight and you feel self-confident. Yes, that's part of it. That's not the self-confidence I'm really talking about here. It's a self-confidence of knowing that I can be consistent, that I can achieve something, okay? And what I've learned, and one of my mentors that I listen to, one day I will meet you, Ed Milet. He's one of my heroes. He talks about self confidence is just making and keeping promises to yourself. Okay. And so when you make and keep promises to yourself, you build self confidence. Okay. Sometimes we feel like, you know, it's it's awesome to make promises to other people and to keep those promises to other people. That's a very great value to have. But are you keeping the promises that you make to yourself? Are you holding yourself to the same standard maybe that you hold for other people in your life? And the reality is that if you're not making and keeping promises to yourself, you don't have self-confidence that you can do something, okay? And lacking self-confidence, it's interesting. We do a lot of challenges with our sellers where, to sell ornaments or Father's Day, things like that. And it was really interesting as we were doing the live, the number one thing that people talked about um, in not being able to do this business, or what their barrier was wondering if they could do it. Like, can I really do this? Or getting their hopes up. And I'm telling you, this goes back to self-confidence. And so on the weight loss side of things, I made certain promises to myself. Okay. Again, it goes back to making a plan, having consistency. And then I made promises to myself and I honored those promises. Okay. You don't lose a bunch of weight by not honoring promises you made to yourself. What were those promises? Well, I used a system. I'll just give them a shout out, is a Noom. And I just was made promises that I was going to follow that. I was going to watch how many calories I took in every single day. And I still do that. Okay. And it's because I made that promise to myself that I was going to stick to that certain amount of calories. And guess what? I started to lose weight, which also feeds into my self-confidence. Okay. Your mind, yourself, when you start to make and keep promises to yourself, you're going to have amazing things happen to your life. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe you can do something, guess what? It doesn't matter. You can have people in your life that believe that you can do something great with your life, or to run an ecom business, or lose weight, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. But if you don't have the confidence that you can do it, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. And the way to begin to have that self-confidence is to make those promises to yourself, and not only make them, but keep them. And you can start off small, right? And so with let's jump back into ecom. What are some of those promises that you can make to yourself? Okay. So for instance, we talk about a lot how many launches per week you're doing. Okay. If you made a promise, I'm going to do 5 launches per week on Quadra or whatever platform you're selling on, right? And you do it for that week, it's going to give you confidence. Your mind, yourself, is going to feel great. You're going to start building that muscle of self-confidence. And then every week that you do that, it just builds and builds and builds to the point where you're like unstoppable. But it all starts with something simple, something small. Okay. And so um, start small. You don't have to do 100 launches per week. You can build up to that, but start making small promises to yourself. And I can tell you, those small promises will yield amazing results for you down the line. Does that make sense? Am I making sense with this, Lindsay? Yeah. So I really, I really believe that you're the driver of the ship. You have to have the confidence you can do it. And so in the ecom space, make those promises and then keep yourself to that standard. And that was a huge lesson that I learned in weight loss. And it was I mean, the results speak for themselves. I was able to lose weight where before I thought it was an impossible thing. And it was just because I made and kept promises to myself. And so self-confidence, that's a huge thing. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, could you do me a huge favor and like this video? Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got tons of great content there. And if you want to connect with us on social media, check out the links in the description. And we look forward to seeing you there.